What the fuck?
It's like croutons in a soup.
Don't turn down any opportunity, whether it's a camp, a clinic, because you never know literally who's watching.
Make your own decision and stick with them and know they're the right decisions, right? And even if they aren't right, don't regret them.
He didn't know creatine existed. So you got some creatine? He's like, oh, yeah. Lift heavyweight.
Shipped across the border. I shipped across the border.
Shipped across the border, man.
Welcome back to Shipped Across the Border.
All right, we are back. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Shipped Across the Border. My name is Max. I'm here with Chris, and you good?
Yeah, we're good.
And today we have on
Jackalus, Jack Lowe.
two-letter last name. First person I've ever met with a two-letter last name, but I mean,
How is that true?
two-letter last name, Jack Lowe. Who do you know who has a shorter last name than L-O?
There's gotta be. Let me think. You keep talking. Let me think.
I guess we can do a little introduction. So Jack is first new teammate we're going to have on in 2020.
Ma.
You know someone whose last name is M-A?
Carter Ma. Now what?
That's not as cool as Lowe.
No, it's definitely not as cool, but it is a two-letter last name.
Anyways, yeah, so first new teammate of the 2025-2026 season on the podcast. Jack's a transfer from Spring Hill, a Division II school in Alabama. Good guy, good story, and we're going to kind of get into it. What's going on, Jack? Thank you for coming on today.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here, and yeah, it's a great day. Let's do it.
Perfect. Where you grew up in Louisiana?
New Orleans, yep.
And how did you start playing basketball?
My dad. So my dad played at the same high school I went to, and ever since I was little, he really wanted me to play basketball. But I played other sports too. I played football, a little bit of soccer. I played goalie, so I didn't have to do too much running. Never a big baseball guy though. Never a big baseball. I played t-ball when I was super little. I couldn't hit off the tee, so I immediately quit.
I can't play baseball.
Yeah, I'm terrible at baseball.
I'm also terrible at baseball.
But yeah, I've been playing basketball since I can remember, honestly. And I made a lot of new friends playing, and I love it. I love it.
Did your dad play in college?
No, he did not play in college. No. He ended after his senior year of high school.
His high school is military school. Like he had to go look. He looked like a pilot every day at school.
It's not an actual military school. It just looks like a military school.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, did you have to like make
make
your bed?
You have to like shave, get a certain haircut and stuff. He was telling
us.
Yeah,
we had to get a certain haircut.
Show him a picture of your outfit. It looks like a name.
Let me show you
like a pilot.
That's your high school or your middle school?
High school.
High school.
High school.
Kind of crazy.
Yeah, it wasn't terrible. It was a really good school though.
Was it strict?
Very strict. Yeah, it was run by priests.
Was it a Catholic school?
It was a Catholic school. Yep. Jesuit high school.
Did you swear? Like if you got caught swearing, was it like 3 lashes? And then if you got caught like with
no
your hat
lashes.
backwards, that was like 5 lashes.
No lashes, but we would definitely get disciplined for sure. Let me try to find a picture of this. Yeah. There you go. See that?
Looks
that's sick.
Yeah.
Like,
looks like a pilot.
Yeah.
Yeah, we wore pants the whole year, so it would be super hot, especially like August, September. It would be like 95 degrees. We'd be sweating our asses off.
We had a uniform too at AOA.
Really?
Yeah, like collared shirt with the school's crest, khakis, black shoes, and had to shave like pretty frequently.
Yeah, we had to shave.
We didn't have to look like a pilot. Sometimes, like I honestly would have rather that though, because actually as a senior, like they got a little more relaxed and like I could wear like a Nike zip up over my polo. But my first year there, like as a junior, like I had to wear in the winter I'd wear a crew neck with the collar popping out. Had to be an AOA crew neck.
No logos, none of that stuff. You couldn't.
Well, the crew neck had to be the school's.
So you couldn't wear any normal clothes.
No.
Dude, I mean that's kind of that's funny because like when I was in high school, I didn't have like
craziest part was you had to buy all of
that's just a pyramid scheme. But
yeah, so you couldn't actually go to school unless you paid.
Dude, that's insane.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
But when I went to a Catholic school for the first year, like grade 9, freshman year, and you weren't allowed to wear anything that had Nike and said just do it because they said it was like suicide.
What the hell?
Yeah.
They're doing too much.
It was weird.
Yeah,
it was just weird.
Just specifically that? Like Adidas was cool?
Just that. And then you couldn't wear like...
Or New Balance was cool?
No, you can wear that. It was all fine. Just as long as it said just do it. It was like, that's red flag. You couldn't do that.
That's so strange.
That's insane.
It's odd.
That's very crazy.
That must be like a specific thing that happened at that school a long time ago.
I have no idea. Oh, there's
I've never heard
there's
of
some
that before.
stories. I won't go into it. But my brother's actually in the military. Now,
Really?
I'm gonna ask you. So like he went to the military. He wasn't like a disorganized kid by any means, but like
Okay.
when he got back, you could tell like things had changed.
Yeah,
Like mentally,
okay.
like his dude when he left to go back to school after like he left like a week before I did.
Oh.
There's plastic wrap on his bed. There's like all the
Really?
books are like in line. Like it's
Because you're younger, bro.
That's
yes,
crazy.
hyper organization. Like you could tell like he's just that's the rhythm now. Like that's the habit. Like
That's the
he's
complete
stuck in
opposite
it.
of you.
Did that rub off on you? Being in-
100%.
Do you still do it to this
100%.
day?
I mean, I don't do plastic wrap on the bed, but I definitely am pretty organized, and I think a lot of it is like building the work ethic. Like we had homework every night on top of practice. It was a lot of time
Do you
management.
live on campus?
No. I live like 15 minutes away, but yeah, time management, being on time, being responsible, all that stuff rubs off on you. Because I was there for 5 years, so we started. Our high school was 8 through 12. And so for 5 years, you're just doing the same exact kind of schedule, and you're keeping up with that, keeping up with basketball. It 100% rubs off on you.
Did you guys have a rigorous practice schedule for your guys' team? Like
We would
every day?
practice every day. It would be from 3 to about 6.
Okay, that's a long practice.
Yeah, and then on top of probably like an hour or two of homework. So
Were you
that's
out-
5 hours after school you're doing stuff.
For sure. Did you practice on weekends too? Or was it just during the
We practice on Saturdays. We never practice on Sundays because we're a Catholic school, and we believe Sundays are the Lord's Day. You take off for
We
that.
practice on Saturdays too. Well, I know a lot of people's teams like didn't practice on weekends and stuff. But no,
That would have been nice. But we had Saturday morning practices. We never practiced Saturday night.
so did we.
So we wake up early Saturday, get it done, and then we have the whole day.
Yeah, I kind of like the Saturday practices, honestly. Like
I
wake
like
up,
them too,
go right to
yeah.
practice, and then I like them here too. You go hoop and you have the rest of the day.
Yeah, I like the
So-
Friday stuff we've been doing. It's been good.
Yeah, Friday mornings. It's
Yeah.
kind of what it's like on Saturday.
Yeah.
You guys good in high school?
We were pretty good. My sophomore year, we had a really, really good team. But we were good. We were always above 500. We played in a pretty tough league. It was probably the toughest league in Louisiana to play in for all sports, especially football. We had some serious athletes there, but yeah, we had some guys. We had a couple guys: Matthew Knight, Patrick Levy, Porter Lichtel.
That's a crazy.
Yeah, Porter Lichtel.
These are all guys you played with?
Porter Lichtel.
I know
These
he-
are guys I played with.
He must have been European.
He wasn't European. He was maybe he has like some European lineage, but he's American. He's a normal American guy.
I just know he had a strap. He must have had a strap.
Actually, he could do crazy dunks. Crazy
Complete
dunks.
opposite.
He's one of the most
Airball.
one of the most athletic guys I've been on the court with. And then we had Malcolm Baldwin, and then
Why does that sound so familiar?
Malcolm Brogdon.
Malcolm Brock. He was really good, and then Chris Gillen. He was like kind of like my mentor. Him and Patrick Levy.
This is your sophomore year.
This is my sophomore year.
Did any
Yep.
of those guys end up going on to play basketball in college?
No, none of them did. But they probably could have if they wanted to. But yeah, they're all doing other stuff. They all got at SEC schools for the most part. And then we had this guy, Elijah Morgan, my 8th grade year. He was a senior my 8th grade year. He went on to play at Notre Dame and then Citadel, and now he's playing overseas. So he was really, really good. He was, I think he won the League Player of the Year twice. He was really legit. So like, I learned a lot of things from those guys. Like, I really credit all of my work ethic, my habits going to the gym on those guys. 'Cause I learned every single day from them.
For sure. That's dope.
Especially, like Matthew Knight, Patrick. They all really influenced me.
Did your team, or like at least your school, like help people play basketball in college? Because usually, or
Kind of.
it wasn't really like.
It wasn't real. It would be really hard to go. The system we had, we were a really defensive minded team. Like we weren't dropping 70 points a game on anybody. So it would be like some of the scores would be kind of crazy, like below 30 points a game. Like we had one game I remember it was like 28-24. Games like that.
That's like a quarter.
That's a grind.
Exactly.
That's a quarter.
It's a grind. We had a grinded out kind of style of play. A lot of hustling.
That's how we
lot
were
of-
last year, honestly.
Yeah. a lot of just like smart basketball. We would hold the ball for a long time.
Is there a shot clock?
Too.
There's
No shot clock.
No shot clock in America.
No shot
In
clock.
American high school. There's
That's
no
you
right.
could hold the
I was trying
ball-
to remember if we had a shot clock.
there's no
You could
shot
hold the
clock in
ball
American high
for
school.
8 minutes a quarter.
That
if
was
you
so
wanted to.
annoying, actually, because we came down from being on a Canadian AAU team. You'd come down and play teams in the States,
Yeah.
and like it get to like 4 minutes, and we're down by like 5
I'm trying
points,
to
and they
think
just
if-
sit
hold the
there.
ball.
I was so mad.
I'm
'cause
trying to
it's
think
crazy.
if
You can't do
Ohio had
anything
a shot
except
clock.
foul.
It's a crazy
Ohio
rule.
might have had a shot clock. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
It might have.
Because, I mean, I don't think so. Because I played in a tournament in Ohio and they didn't have it.
I think
Pennsylvania, they
when
didn't
I
have
was
it.
there, I think when I was there, they may have like just introduced it.
Okay.
I don't know for sure. I don't remember though. I know for sure when we played at home, there was definitely a shot clock, but it was like 35 seconds or something like that. It's like a long shot clock.
Yeah, no shot clock is painful.
Yeah, no shot clock is crazy. That's why you have low scoring games, especially in the league we play in. All those teams are super well coached and they all hustle a lot. Like there's a lot of pride in the Catholic League. So you'd get some crazy scores. You would never score over 60 points in a game. Like that would be insanely rare.
Do you think that the lack of offensive pressure or high tempo, which would result in like the film being a little bit not as catered to highlights, maybe had an
100%,
impact
yeah.
on some of those guys who are talented enough to play in college basketball, maybe not getting their opportunities?
Yeah, I think that's a big part of it. Of course, if you only score, let's say you score 30 points in a game, and you score 1/3 of your team's points, that's only 10 points. But it's more like 25 points.
Those must have been crazy announcements the next day. And leading scorer Jack Lowe with 7 points.
Yeah, we had some really low scoring games, but the competition was really good. I don't want to make it seem that the competition wasn't good. Like we didn't score a lot of points, but we had a lot of good players. A lot of good players on the
I just
team.
know they hated coming to play you guys because they knew it was going to be
yeah,
48 minutes of just like down your throat
Oh
defense.
my god, that's exactly how it was.
You guys play zone?
No, man, straight man.
Full court press.
We won full court press.
Too fast tempo. Slow the tempo down. No full court press.
It was
Half
very
court trap.
Sometimes, not a lot though, not often.
Just in the gaps.
yeah,
Just tackle people.
Just in the gaps. Is New Orleans, Louisiana? What's the state and what's the city? I'm not.
Louisiana's a state, New Orleans is a state.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah.
Is
my
basketball
chicken, man.
is basketball popular over there? Like, is recruitment heavy and like are people going to the next level often from that state?
I would say it's definitely second to football. Football down in Louisiana is a different monster.
Yeah.
Basketball is big. You have some really good talent coming out of there. Alfred Payton, he's one of the guys. He was a lottery pick
He's with the
a few years
weird
back.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
He came in the league he played for the Pelicans.
He did play for the Pels.
Had a
yeah.
triple double on a 10-day contract and they didn't resign him.
Yeah, the Pels aren't looking
business,
too good.
bro.
It's a business.
Imagine that's like peak. Like what else could you possibly do other than have a triple double?
I mean, Brandon Jennings dropped like 50 in his first NBA game, and he's not in the league anymore. So,
I mean, yeah, but he made it past the first 10 days.
or it does 50. That's stupid high potential.
Yeah.
I don't think it was in his rookie season. I think it was like in stuff. I don't remember.
I think it was his first game ever.
I think it was rookie
It was
season.
not his first game ever. It was not his
think
first
it
game
was.
ever.
I think it was
Kenny-
definitely
no,
his
no.
rookie season. for
Kenny
sure.
Lofton has the most points in your first game ever, I think, in the
What is
NBA. Like, I don't remember what it was, but not 50.
Oh.
Kenny Lofton's like the big guy.
Yeah, I know.
Zymir NBA comparison.
That's crazy.
He played on the Pelicans too, no? Did Kenny Lofton? Or am I thinking? He was on the Grizzlies. He was on the Grizzlies.
Yeah, he didn't play for the Pels. He went to LA Tech though.
Louisiana Tech.
Exactly, but he didn't play on the Pels.
So for football, were you good at football too?
I was decent. I was just big and somewhat fast. And I could somewhat catch, but
So you're a wide receiver?
wide receiver, yeah. But my junior year was the only year I played varsity, and our team was absolutely stacked. Like we had this guy Jack Lariviere. He was our quarterback. He was just a great guy, great leader, and he was a hell of a football player. And then we had one of my good buddies, Jace Larson. He's playing at South Alabama now. He's a wide receiver.
What division is that?
That's D1.
South Alabama.
D1. And then Haas McDaniel, he's probably my best friend. He also plays at South Alabama. He played tight end. Our defense was insane. Like the 1 year I played varsity football, I actually didn't play senior year, but the 1 year I played was a really, really fun year. We had Ryan Manali as our coach. He was awesome. And then we lost actually in the state championship to Catholic.
Yeah.
It was very, very, very tough. We played in. Are you all know Tulane? Tulane.
Yeah.
Yeah. We played at
Big
Tulane's.
D1 school.
Yeah, It's a big D1 school in New Orleans. We play at Tulane's football stadium
That's dope.
for the state championship, but we ended up losing. I think it was, I want to say it was 14-10 was the score.
Everything's
It's a close.
scoring over there.
Yeah, it was a super tight game.
I want to turn up the brightness on this.
Don't do it. Don't do it. This is
think?
not gonna end
It's not
well.
worth it?
I just don't trust you to do it. Is the thing.
But yeah, football has always been fun. Football is probably my favorite sport to watch. Honestly,
Do you if you could go back and trade all of your basketball talents to be like a Division I football player, would you do it?
He's pretty.
I don't know.
He catches some saving some
Being
rares.
being a
I've
D1
gone
football
out of
player,
bounds.
being a D1 football player is a different level. I don't know if I would have been a D1 football player, but
Well, let's say trade your basketball skill to be equivalent of that in football.
in football, no, I wouldn't do it.
Why is
I
that?
wouldn't do it. The wear and tear on your body for football is just,
Yeah.
I mean, that's insane. Also, CTE and stuff like that coming out, like people, having brain damage from playing football. I wouldn't play. I just like watching other people play, honestly.
What's the average size of a wide receiver?
Probably
6'1", 200.
Yeah, probably
think?
above 6 foot.
You think so?
Yeah,
I thought it was
200.
maybe bigger than that. Like taller than that, no?
Well, they come in all different shapes and sizes. Like sometimes you have some speedy slot guys who are like 5'8", 5'7", 5'8",
Really? Okay.
and they're insanely fast.
Yeah, and then there's DK Metcalf, who's 6'5", 240.
Exactly.
That's Sam's NBA comp.
No, that dude, DK Metcalf's a different animal.
DK 's a beast.
Obviously.
No, I wouldn't even put him and Sam in the same, DK Metcalf's actually legit an alien.
No, that's crazy. So talk a little bit about your experience at your previous school, playing over there. What that was like. What your situation was.
Yeah.
Let's talk
So
about how you got there, too,
Yeah,
out of
yeah.
high school.
So my junior year of high school, it was towards the beginning of our in league play. So this would be district play. So the first game we're playing our biggest rivals, Brother Martin, and I tear my ACL, and so I'm out for the rest of the year. In the off season, I have to rehab, do everything to get back on the court. Rehab is very, very tough. I don't know if y'all ever had to go through strenuous
not
rehab.
ACL, but yeah, I went through a very
Yeah, it's a grind every day.
yeah.
So came back for my senior year. That's part of the reason I didn't play football. Was because I was coming off an ACL tear, and then senior year, the year starts off really well. I think we went 9-2, 9-3 to start off. Then we got to district play, and towards the end of district play, we're playing one of our other big rivals, Rummel, and I tore my other ACL. So I tore my ACL and my meniscus on both knees. So that was going into the college kind of recruiting process. I couldn't go to any camps or anything.
Yeah.
And so I didn't have any offers. I actually had one offer from Millsaps College in Jackson, Mississippi. Y'all probably have no idea.
I have not.
Yeah, y'all probably never heard of that place. I had one offer from there, and then the other offer was from Spring Hill College, which is a D2 in Mobile. And basically, they said, you can try to make it onto the varsity team. And so I was like, well, I want to play at the highest level possible. I might as well, go try to play D2. And so my first year of D2, I tore my meniscus. So so I had
two
three
meniscus tears
and
an
two
ACL?
ACL tears.
Oh, so wait.
Tore ACL and meniscus in the
Yes,
this one.
and then-
Just
ACL.
ACL, and then also the meniscus.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Holy.
So I had 3 knee surgeries in 2 seasons. And
That's commitment.
yeah.
After that second one, I probably would have hung it up. That might have been it for me.
that's
Yeah,
fun.
that's intense.
So I couldn't play my freshman year at this D2 school, and I'd be playing on the JV team, the development team, whatever you want to call it. So then I could make my way up to the varsity team, and so that was 2 years ago. This past season, I was fully healthy, and the team we had, the JV team we had, was insanely good. We had Mac Toomer. He's playing D2 ball at Salem now, Salem College, I believe. We had Jalen Williams. He's playing on the varsity team.
On the Thunder?
There's a lot of Jalen Williams. This guy was unbelievable. He's playing on the varsity team. He had E-Man, one of my good friends, E-Man. He was athletic. He's super good. And then Quincy Curley, Will Hawkins. We had a lot of really, really good guys. And so we only played 10 games because we're a JV team. So we played other JV teams and then some prep teams throughout the year. And we went 9-1 and lost our last game of the year in OT. We lost to University of Mobile. We lost on a very controversial foul. We're up 3.
Are they D2?
They are NAIA. But they beat.
You played their JV team?
We played a JV team. Okay. But the year before, they beat a D1 team. Their varsity team beat a D1 team. So they're a solid program. But we're up by 3 last game we played. And then the guy on University of Mobile shot a 3 and then kicked his legs out super, looked like an MJ logo, kicked his legs different directions. He baited one of our guys into a foul, which I didn't think was a foul. And then he made all 3 free throws, sent to OT. 2 of our stars got fouled out, and then we ended up losing the game. So it was a very rough way to end a really, really good season. And then, after that, I transferred here. I entered the portal, transferred here. I really wanted to play for Spring Hill, the varsity team. I thought I was good enough to play there, which every hooper thinks they're really, really good, to be honest. But I thought I was good enough to play there. Ended up not working out. So then I entered the portal. Then Coach Pish contacted me. And, then I came on my visit. Really, really liked the place. Every teammate I met, including Max.
Max.
Yeah. they really sealed the deal. Every guy, every teammate I've met here has been, actually incredible. There's no selfish players.
Do you think that holds true? Because do you think that was just a recruiting thing, or everything that you experienced on your visit was an accurate depiction of how? I
think it was really accurate, especially what Coach Pish had in mind. For me, has lived up to what I expected. Obviously, we haven't started practicing yet, so we haven't gotten into the actual, meat and potatoes of the year, but everyone who I've met, genuine, authentic, nice, welcoming. It's been great so far. So I'm very happy I'm here. I'm excited to play with y'all, and
super happy to hear that. No, I feel like a big thing because I did a lot of the recruiting stuff. I was the one that's showing everyone in my room. Obviously, I spent a lot of time with you on your visit, and a big thing is especially when people get recruited to places, sometimes it's a facade and it's not exactly what you were expecting or what you were hoping for.
It's a sales pitch.
And exactly. Yeah. It's a sales pitch, and you're well. And I feel like in previous years, people being recruited here maybe have had that experience. Probably. And I really wanted to, because honestly, I've had an awesome experience here. This is year 3, and I would 100% recommend a school like Elms and the program we're building to people like you and other people like me and people that we have in the program. And so I wanted to just genuinely explain and depict what it's like to be a student athlete here, which I've had an amazing experience.
Yeah,
amazing experience doing and being a part of. So it obviously worked out, and I'm looking forward to the season as well. I think we got a really good group of guys this year. A lot of talent in the gym, a lot of different skill sets too, athleticism, height, and just a lot of different skills. So looking forward to putting everything together.
Same. You're the second person we've had on here, I think, that went to a really high level school before they came here, because Andrew went to D2.
Cameron,
D2 as well.
Okay, I didn't know that. Yeah.
Andrew played at Cameron, University in Oklahoma.
In Oklahoma?
Yeah. Cameron.
Oh, wow, okay.
Cameron.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Played there for 2 years and then transferred here. And I think it shows, because you guys have played both really high level basketball. It's there's a standout-ish thing. You guys are a lot more calm with the basketball. Do you think that rings true?
Do you think Andrew's calm with the basketball?
I think so. I think he's really he looks super jittery. He just wants to go, but when he gets the ball, he relaxes, I think. But there's a calmness to, I think, your game and his game.
I appreciate that.
Do you think that rings true? And do you think that people, if you were to recommend to a freshman, a senior leaving high school, would you recommend they go to a high D2 and just sit the bench, but play with a really high level talent, or go to a D3, maybe get some minutes, or a lower JUCO and play with some lower level talent, but then get some playing time as well?
That's a good question. If I was coming out of high school right now as a senior, I would go play JUCO ball. Okay. I'd go play JUCO ball for 2 years, because I think you can do that without.
Right now, the environment's different, though.
Yeah, because you can sacrifice 2 years playing JUCO, and it wouldn't count for any years of
eligibility. Your actual.
Exactly.
Okay.
So I would definitely get the experience under your belt before you come to a D3 or D2 or D1 school. That's definitely part of the development process, I think, is getting a lot of opportunity, because on the JV team, I was getting a lot of minutes. So that, just the experience of that definitely helps, especially playing against D3 guys. They're high level. They've played D3 college basketball in a good conference. So that's definitely helped a lot. And also the pressure dealing with playing in college. You know, it's a different game from high school, especially the high school I came from. The 20-minute halves, for the 3-point line, the pace of the game is just way, way, way quicker. Especially because of the shot clock too. You can't just hold the ball like we did at Jesuit. So I would definitely recommend playing 2 years at JUCO, getting the experience under your belt, and then from there go look at a D3, or if you're good enough, D1 school. I think you definitely will stand out from the incoming freshmen that just came out of senior high school. You know.
Do you think that there's any specific tangible things that you took away from how the varsity program was run at your previous school? Because you said they were a good squad, right?
Yeah, very good, very talented.
Ball players. So, like, what do you think made their program successful?
That's a good question too. I think the leadership there was really, really good. We had a guy named Stephen Lyles, who was actually senior class president at Spring Hill, and he led by example. He was always in there. Like, I thought I was getting a lot of work in the while we weren't practicing. You know, in the off season, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to the gym X amount of days per week, and I always see Stephen in there, and Walter Peggs, who was 20 point plus scorer for Spring Hill. Like, those guys lead by example. I think that really rubbed off on me, because I would see them in the games like, okay, these guys are doing well in the actual games. It's not luck, you know. They put in the hours to go do that, put in the hours in the weight room, in the gym to go succeed. So I think I took that away more than anything else. Just, you have to do the work to get the result. A lot of people say, like, one of their goals is like, oh, let's go win the game. You know, like, let's go win the conference, let's go win the championship. But it's all about the process, you know? Like, I think if you have a good process, you stick to it, and you're consistent, that's going to lead to everything else. That's going to lead to wins. That's going to lead to championships. So just learning how they went through the process was really important for me.
Sure.
Do you think your coach was looking for players like that to recruit, or do you think he instilled that into those guys early on in the program?
I think it's a mixture of both.
Okay.
I think whenever you are coming from high school, it's a different level. It just is. I don't care what high school you've been to. The jump from high school to college is different for basically every sport. So you have to be more responsible. You have more free time in college, but that can either be a good thing or a bad thing for some people, you know. So I think that they were obviously hard workers to come in, you know, as incoming freshmen probably. But I think that being in college, being around college talent, being with college coaches, I think that definitely helped them for sure. And they're both playing really, really high level basketball now. I think Steven is overseas, and then Walter actually transferred to a D1 school.
What school?
Morgan State, I want to say.
Okay, Morgan State.
I think it's in DC, I want to say. But they're both going to kill it. You know, I've seen them work, and they're both really, really good.
Is there any specific things that they were doing when they were in the gym that you think helped separate them?
Honestly, I think they were doing stuff that was just fundamentals. Like, they weren't going out there to go do, like, you know, dribble, cross, between the legs, step back, three. You know, like they were just sticking to the basics. I think it's a really underlooked thing. You know, like,
Definitely is.
Like, people want to be flashy. People want to be like, you know, the main star. But if you stick to the fundamentals, you're gonna get there. You're gonna get there regardless. You know, no matter how it looks. So whenever they were in the gym, I would see them doing fundamentals. You know, shooting, fundamental, you know, dribbling, maybe some defensive drills too. And so like, they were sticking to the fundamentals, and that's something that I try to instill in my game. You know, just focus on the things that, you know, that are just the basics.
We have harped on that so many times on this podcast about, like, because we've watched, like, a lot of basketball at this point between Buffalo, or at least I have, especially, like, from like a third person perspective, because I'm not playing anymore. It's like I kind of watch and just see, like, what the guys who are successful do, and it's like I have seen maybe over the last 4 years, like, 2 people who can go out there and really be that guy who kind of just, like, hangs with it, and then he'll, like,
Who are those people?
TC and Dante Wilcott.
Okay.
2 guys who can, like, legitimately just get in their bag, and it's not like they're built for that though.
Yeah.
Like, Dante Wilcott, we played with him in Buffalo. He's just ridiculously athletic. He's 6'1", can East Bay, and like he was just really, like in the mid range, he would just hang.
He
there.
went to a D2 school and ended up being 1,000-point scorer.
Yeah. So and
After
You told me about
yeah,
that.
and then TC's 1,000-point scorer here. Like, there's very few guys who can go out there and get in their bag, and it's not like, what are you doing? And then, but the other guys who also ended up being incredible players, it's just they just understand the game. Like, they get to their spots, bump you off of like a post block, and then make a layup, and or like back cut, dunk it. Like, it's just really basic basketball seems to work at this level for almost everybody across the board.
Exactly. If you can master the basics, you're going to be completely fine. It doesn't even matter what level of basketball you're playing. Like, if you can master just the fundamentals and the basics, you're going to be set to go succeed.
Is there any specific fundamentals that you were focusing on intentionally this summer in order to prepare for your first season of varsity basketball in college?
Ooh, I would say the biggest thing for me is trying to retain my athleticism. Because before my ACL tears, I could do things. You know, I could jump higher. I was a little bit quicker.
Feel that.
So just so just in the weight room, especially, just trying to get as athletic as possible. I know that I'm not going to go out there and go dunk on someone. Yeah, that's just not realistic for my game. But I can be strong. I can have a strong base, a strong upper body. So that kind of stuff. And then just shooting fundamentals. Always do form shooting. Always just stick to the basics. Do free throws. I think that's a really important part, obviously. You need to be able to shoot the ball, especially if you're not the most athletic guy. You have to be able to knock down shots. So a lot of shooting fundamentals. And then dribbling drills too. Just trying to – for dribbling, I think it's the best to be uncomfortable. Like to do things that you're uncomfortable doing in practice. So in the game or in the game or in some kind of scrimmage, you're doing that stuff subconsciously, you know, without even thinking about it. So yeah, just put yourself in the dribbling drills and then stick to the basics in shooting.
I'm gonna get even more specific, like shooting. What like specific things are you focusing on when you're focusing on shooting basics?
For
Like,
your shot specifically.
For my shot
What are
specifically.
you talking about?
So when I was in high school, my offhand would kind of flip. So I would be like, be like me waving to someone. Like this is how my.
Would you push as well?
Yes. So I would shoot and then my hand would go this
I
way,
used to do that a lot too.
which is a terrible habit. Like my shot was affected by it. So I would try to keep my hand as straight like this as possible, and then just use my actual shooting hand, just get the flick down, and try to erase that bad habit. Because if you keep shooting like that, sure you'll make some shots, but it's going to be inconsistent. So a lot of trying to keep my offhand in the right place, and then trying to keep my follow through. Try to keep the flick of the wrist so I can gain more power on my shot. Because a big part of flipping from high school to college is the 3-point line getting pushed back. And so that requires a lot more. You wouldn't think it requires a lot more strength, but it really does. Like it makes a huge difference from my experience.
It's that and in combination with the fact that you have way less time to get your shot off.
Exactly.
So it has to be really like fundamentally sound, and it's like
Exactly.
you have no time to get here to here, and like all that energy has to be happening fast.
It has to be fast, quick, and strong. Your follow through has to be that way, or else you're gonna miss short or miss a different kind of way. But yeah, so that's what I've been working on. Strength of the jump shot, trying to increase my range is a big thing. And then that offhand, keeping that offhand straight so where it's not affecting the trajectory of the shot.
Did you have to adjust post first injury, second injury, third injury? Did you have to change your game in any way? Like, were you playing the game differently before and after you got injured?
I don't think so. I was definitely more. I mean, I was never a high flyer, but I was definitely more reliant on slashing before I got injured. So I think the reliability on the 3-point shot and the mid range, trying to adjust to not be able to get to the basket every time I want to. That's a big part. So the float game, getting to my 1-2 pull up, that was a big adjustment, especially this past season in college. And then I had to be able to knock down difficult 3-point shots. That's how I stay on the floor, is just being able to be a threat from anywhere behind the 3-point line. So I think that's the biggest adjustment, just really, really focusing on shooting more than just trying to slash, trying to draw fouls. Because that's a lot of wear and tear on your knees, especially. Yeah. Getting bumped whenever you're midair and then landing on your knees, it's a lot. So that's how I kind of adjusted my game. I would focus more on the 3-point shot and then the mid range and the float game.
Did you find it hard to trust your body after coming back from an injury
Definitely,
like that? Because
100%.
I've never really struggled with injuries, but I had like ankle sprains like back to back to back to back.
Yes.
I would notice like you don't really want to go, even if
Exactly.
the doctor says it's fine, everyone says it's fine. It's like you just don't trust.
Do you have
it.
any?
Yes.
Do you have any advice for someone going through that? Because one of my best friends currently is playing at a school in Canada. Just tore his ACL for the second time.
Oh no, okay.
He tore his ACL, got surgery. Now 2 years later, he tore his other ACL, or I guess
That's terrible,
partially
yeah.
tore his other ACL. He decided not to get surgery and just rehab it and try and build it back up. And he told me that the biggest thing that he's been dealing with is, I just talked to him earlier today, is just like not trusting it at all.
Yeah.
And just like being in his head about it. Not that he's even close to coming back and playing. Thankfully, he's redshirting because he's moving from one school to a different school in the same conference. And
Okay.
when you do that in Canada, you have to redshirt.
Okay.
It's like a pretty outdated philosophy, but it's a little bit delayed, the Canadian basketball system, in many ways, in terms of like the rules and stuff like that. But yeah, do you have any advice for someone who's dealing with that and how to overcome that mental barrier?
Yeah. A lot of it is mental. You wouldn't think that to be the case. Like you think, oh, if you're physically good, then you'll be perfectly fine. It's probably more mental than physical. I know when I came back for the first time, I really, really, stressed going to PT. I would hate going to physical therapy. I went 3 days a week while I was still in school, and it was physical therapy that would be a lot of pressure on your knees. Trying to build the quad up, trying to build up every other muscle in your legs, so kind of compensate for bad ACLs. And so a lot of people would skip or take a couple of days off. But I think the main thing is trying to stay consistent with the rehab process. It's going to be boring. It was boring. But luckily I had some great trainers. I had Robbie Porsche and my man Reggie. They really helped me, and Mr. Eric too. I had a really good group of guys, trying to help me get back on the court. And so I would say staying
These are
consistent.
Spring Hill guys? Or
These are no physical therapy guys.
So
this
completely
is
different
completely different from Spring Hill. These guys are located in New Orleans, so I would go to them. And so I'd say staying consistent with the rehab process, and also you have to push yourself beyond your limits too, because if you keep yourself in this mental box of, okay, whenever I make this movement, I have to stop and not go as hard, you'll never get back to playing anywhere near where you were before. So it's a lot about pushing your limits. Honestly, I looked up YouTube videos to help me with a lot of knee pain and a lot of building around the leg, building muscle around the leg. Tibialis raises helped. Stretching every morning helped. So I would say, just be curious about your rehab process. Don't be passive about it. If you just do the bare minimum, you're gonna get bare minimum results. So be curious about it, and then be consistent with your rehab, and then push yourself mentally.
For sure.
Outside of basketball, what is your major?
Accounting and sports management.
Double
Major. Yep.
What is your plan with that?
So I want to do something involved in sports. So I want to be either a sports agent or a general manager. Yeah. Something definitely revolving around sports, because I'm like absolutely obsessed with sports. Like I couldn't live without it, and so I want to stay connected to that. So yeah, I would love to be a general manager, like be the general manager of the Pels or the Saints. Like that'd be a dream job.
That's a payday.
That's
a crazy payday.
That'd be a dream job. So working in the front office, especially for like one of my New Orleans teams, like that would be an absolute dream come true.
What's the the trajectory for that? Like, do you know where you'd have to start in order to eventually work your way up to being a general manager or front office member?
I think you'd have to start with being like kind of an assistant. It's just like most jobs. Being a guy who doesn't get paid that much and then does all the dirty work.
What's the entry level position for the Pelicans in order to
Janitor.
Well, can the janitor
Probably
work up to the GM? Like, how is it?
It might be grandfathered in, probably, if I had to guess.
It definitely is a part of that. I think you'd have to do like some kind of assistant marketing manager, and then work your way up from there. But it's not like an overnight You're not going to come out of high school or come out of college and just be general manager of a major sports team. But yeah, that's what I want to do. If I could be the general manager for the Pelicans, that'd
That'd be my dream job.
What exactly does the GM do? Like, I know he builds the teams, but like, how? What would your day to day look like? Is that like an analytics thing? Like,
So there's a president.
yeah,
So there's the owner. Owner owns the
passive.
team.
He's supposed to just like he
Kind
owns
of
the team.
depends on, like, Mark Cuban was an active owner, but most of the time I think they're passive. Then there's like the president of basketball operations. So the owner is like the final say. Then there's the president of basketball operations. That person is like, here, let me try and give you an analogy, okay? So in Canada, this would be a mad specific analogy. So Queen Elizabeth would be the owner. So Canada is a British colony.
She was the monarch.
Yeah, so Canada is a British colony. I'm about to spit some crazy. So she's passive, not really involved,
Monarch-
but she signs the final
monarch
say.
owner. She has veto.
President is the governor general.
You mean the prime minister?
No, governor general is the representation of the monarch in Canada.
Okay.
So and then it's the president. So the president of basketball operations is the governor general. The GM is the president. So the president would handle all the day-to-day stuff, movements, trades, whatever, and then he would bring it to the president. President would bring it to the owner. Owner would sign off on it. And then there's a head coach, and then there's all the other things. I'm pretty sure that's a pretty good analogy.
I'm more so asking,
that's
like,
not bad.
Like specifically, what is he basing his?
So
things
trade
off?
deadline, they're making trades.
But based on what? Like, what would his job entail? Like,
If
is
you
he
were a
looking-
general
is he looking at
manager-
analytics? Is he hiring people to
You
do it
definitely,
for him?
yeah.
You're hiring people to do that.
Okay.
You're hiring people to do that, but also you have to listen to those guys. Some GMs hire people for that kind of stuff and then just do whatever they want. Like Jerry Jones is a good example. Dallas Cowboys GM. He's a GM and the owner.
Okay.
So he's kind of like he's kind of like the dictator of that franchise, but he does literally whatever he wants and doesn't really listen to many people.
Are they good?
They're okay. They had some good
right.
You might
teams.
wanna
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
They've had some good teams in the past, but they haven't won a Super Bowl since I want to say the 90s or 90s.
The GM I'm trying to think of the GM does the same thing as what the Prime Minister of Canada would do. Like the Prime Minister of Canada isn't going around knocking on doors seeing if they're doing any illegal shit, but he's signing off on bills. He's whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like
So people are coming. He's a GM.
So, like,
people are coming to him with ideas, and he's going yes or no.
pretty much,
And then
so
it's
the
going
draft,
up the-
And then it's going up.
For example, for the draft, you would have all of your draft, I don't know, like your recruitment team,
Scouts,
talent, acquisition talent, like people that I don't know what the word is. I'm blanking. Like people who assess talent, and they would say this person we need a center. There's these two people. We need a small forward. There's these two people, and they'd bring all these type of things, and they come and the general manager would make the final decision. Same thing for trades. He probably has a piece in the rotation as well, like in terms of who is being played and who's not being played.
He's basically the CFO, basically.
That's a pretty good,
Yeah.
That's a pretty good analogy. Yeah.
General manager would be the CFO. CEO would be the president, and the CEO doesn't necessarily own the company.
Sure.
The president would be like the board. Ooh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That actually is a very good segue because remember when 2 minutes ago I was asking you what's the pathway to becoming a president. So I'm an accounting major as well.
Yeah.
And I feel like the goal of an accounting major end goal is a CFO because a lot of CFOs have their CPA, which is their chartered.
My mom's CPA actually.
Well, I don't remember the stands for. What is it?
It's certified
Public accounting or something.
Yeah,
like that?
certified
Something
public
like that.
accounting, I believe.
So in order to get your CPA, so you'd start off, you'd work for a company that would either you pay for it, but usually the company would sponsor it. So you work for a company, they do accounting stuff. You would spend time in different accounting placements or whatever, or you gain hours in specific things, whatever you need to do. And I know it's different in Canada than it is in the U.S., but you probably have to 3-4 years, 2-3 years, whatever it is, you get your CPA. Then you're working with your CPA and you're moving up the ranks because now you have your CPA. So now you can get promotions, you get X, Y, Z, and then eventually you would leave that company to become a CFO at a small company. And if that company is successful, you would now either that company becomes bigger or you go to a bigger company and become a bigger company CFO. So I was curious, like, what the entry level position would be for a person who have general manager aspirations, or is it not a comparable field? Because like an entry level person for CPA would be like audit assistant or like.
It's probably pretty similar. Like if you started like as a really low level person for like an overseas team, and then they were GM for them, and then you prove what you're doing, and then you just move your way up on bigger teams, then G League, and then all of a sudden, boom, the Raptors are like, yo, we need you.
I bet it's a lot about connections too.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean that's true for every field, but especially knowing guys, knowing higher ups in basketball, because there's only 30 teams. If if that's what I end up doing. There's only 30 general managers in the whole entire world. It's a very competitive spot to be in. So definitely gain connections. And like Chris said, like maybe go overseas, be a GM for a team overseas, then succeed, then come back to, NBA possibly,
Leveraging experiences. Yeah.
Yes.
That'd be a cool thing to read, like how the GMs of teams ended up where they're at. I actually coached Masai Ujiri's kid this summer.
Really?
I trained his kid this summer.
That's very cool.
You did not.
So yeah, I trained Masai kids in this like.
Did he not get fired?
He did get fired.
Well, he was also
touchy subject.
He was the president.
Oh.
And then, so he was GM when we were like of the Raptors when they won the championship and everything. And then I think he became the president. There's someone else who was the GM, and then now he's exited the organization.
Very political way of saying it.
He might watch this, but I don't know if I told.
He got the boot.
I don't know if I told about the podcast to his kid, but yeah, it was actually a cool experience. He was like, I was like their coach, like of their assigned to their team.
That's very
Imagine if
cool.
like we had a chance to get Masai on, and then like I just said the thing about him getting the boot, and then he's like, "Nah, these guys are dumb. I can't come on here anymore."
No, there's no way.
no chance.
We had Arslan on though, who was he was like a statistical coordinator for the Raptors 905.
Really?
Yeah, he actually knew Masai, so technically we could have been connected to Masai.
That'd be cool.
Do you ever heard of the 2 degrees of separation?
No.
Basically, it's the idea that if it might not be 2, it might be something more than like 5 degrees of separation, 4 degrees. You are 4 people away from knowing everybody on the planet, basically. And like, so the idea is like, I know Max,
That's crazy.
Max knows Arslan knows Masai Ujiri. And then like, we've done this with like a lot of people. I've asked a lot of people this. Like Ian Green, he was here 2 years ago, and we started like going through. I don't know how I ended up in this conversation with Ian Green, but he started like talking with people we knew. He goes to a Jewish basketball camp every summer, and I started asking him about like the 4 degrees of separation, and it was like Mark Cuban, and he brought it up, and he's like, "Well, I know this guy and this guy." And I realized like it's pretty
That's
accurate.
crazy.
It's pretty accurate. Like
Yeah.
he knew a guy that went to the camp that knew a guy that knew Mark Cuban. It's insane.
I think it's 4
If you start like asking people around, it's pretty insane.
Yeah, I never thought about that before. That's
Oh,
a
it's pretty
very
crazy.
cool
You're
idea.
4 people away from like anyone on the planet,
That's
Pretty
sick.
much.
especially with technology.
Yeah,
It's
that's
insane.
that's very cool.
Yeah. Do you have any other subjects you want to touch on?
When we golfing, bro.
I didn't get my clubs up.
Yeah.
I am terrible at golf, but I do like playing.
Do you know your scores?
Oh, I would if I break 100, that'd be good for me.
Have you broke 100 before?
Not that I can remember. No, I feel like I'd probably be able to remember if I did too. But I play with my buddies, and I have actually Bo Gibbons is one of my close friends. He's very good at golf, and I sometimes go play with him and my friend Nick Foley. Both of them are like obsessed with golf, but I cannot keep up with them at all. They've been playing for a couple of years, and my swing is terrible. My mechanics are really, really bad. My dad wants me to start practicing, like start getting like private lessons or something.
He golfs?
He golfs a ton. He loves golf.
Dude, I really
Absolutely
wish
loves
that
golf.
somebody, I don't care who it was, somebody would have just handed me a golf club when I was like 9. Because I could have been good at basketball at the same time as getting good at golf because it's like they're parallel seasons. So like you could go play basketball and then in the off season go play golf. And I would be a much happier human being if I was shooting like low 80s right now. Oh my God.
Dude, no,
Yeah.
you wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
We talk about this, but the bar always moves.
But there's a line of competence that you can enjoy golf at. Because like you've been there, I'm still currently there, where it's like being around guys who are really good at golf, even if they hit a bad shot, they get less mad than us where we duff it like 5 feet.
No,
Yeah,
bro.
100%.
There's no, bro. People who are really good at golf that shoot a bad shot get way more mad.
No.
Dude, if one shot can completely ruin your game, if you have a low handicap, if you are shooting 93 is your best ever, you can afford to take 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 bad shots.
It's the same if you're a scratch golfer. You can afford many bad shots around. They're not hitting 100 good shots when they do that. You can have 3 bad shots and still par the hole. 1 miracle shot can undo 3 bad shots. They're hitting
Like,
bad
dude,
shots all the time.
They're gonna way more likely in confidence
If they're not
to hit a miracle
if they're
shot
getting
than
mad,
you are.
if they're getting mad at say that again.
They're way more likely to hit a miracle shot than you are.
Define miracle shot.
Something that can erase 3 bad shots.
Sure. You know what's crazy about golf? Golf is the one sport where you can be a professional level player for all of 5 seconds. Like in basketball, no one's going to accidentally do a 360 windmill. But in golf, you can knock it to 5 feet from 150 yards out and be Scotty Scheffler for all of 3 seconds.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's that's why it's so like you get to see this potential just hanging over your head for however long. But no, I would debate that those people who are getting mad, they're not good golfers. If you're getting mad on the golf course, I don't think you're a good golfer. Every good golfer I've ever played with is super level-headed. Like, they don't get mad, and that's why they're good golfers, because they'll hit a terrible shot, it'll go sailing out of bounds, and you'll be like, all right, fine, hit the next shot to 5 feet.
You think that good
putt it
golfers
apart.
don't get mad?
I have played with many, many good golfers, and yes, they get mad, but they get less mad, and it's also the bar of competence for golf, I think, is like mid 90s, where like you can enjoy the sport, you're still going to hit bad shots, but duffing it 5 feet versus hitting a worm burner 150 yards, those are two very different feelings. You
I
can
don't know
still
what either of those things mean.
If you duff it to 5 feet, it means I was over top of the ball. I hit it. It literally rolls 5 feet in front of me. I didn't get much closer to the hole. If I accidentally hit a bad shot and it sails 150 feet, but I'm closer to the hole, I can still par the hole. Those are two very different feelings.
But the bar moves, dude.
The bar might move, but the level of confidence for golf, like
I promise you, they get just as frustrated as you do.
I promise you, I've played with.
They're just better at controlling their emotions.
Nick yesterday. I played with a lot of really good golfers, dude, and they don't get mad if they're good golfers.
You said Nick was pissed yesterday.
He was mad that he didn't shoot in the.
So
70s,
what are we talking about?
But like he's not crashing out on the golf course. Like he's looking at me.
Were you crashing out on the golf course?
I shot a 93. Why would I be crashing out? I was ecstatic. I was fist pumping. I almost shared a cigarette with a Mexican man. Like I was ecstatic. No, but I think golf is one of those sports that it's just, I don't know, like there's a really firm bar for how much enjoyment you can derive from the sport when you get to that bar.
That's fair.
Okay.
That's fair. I'm trying to get to that level eventually. But I'm definitely
not.
not.
In 1 month.
I'm not at that. That's going to be difficult.
Yes, it is.
But yeah, I want to get to a level to where I can play with my buddies and be like one of the better ones out of my friend group. You know. But yeah, I have good golfer friends, so it's gonna be hard.
Have you played in like big scrambles before, like 4-man scrambles?
No.
Dude,
no.
Those are the most fun. I played in a tournament this summer at a really nice golf course near me, and it was for money. And we paid $100 and something bucks to enter, and it was like a free breakfast, free lunch, and there was prizes on each hole. Like,
awesome.
Do you know what skins are?
No.
Basically, so
Like in Fortnite?
no. Skins are across the match of all 18 holes. Let's say that they had skins for holes 4, 8, 12, and 16. If you have the best score on any of those 4 holes, then you win money. So for each hole, it was $400 per skin. So if let's say hypothetically, we eagled hole 2 and no one else eagled that hole, we would win $400 between the 4 of us.
That's sick.
So we chipped in. My buddy chipped in on hole 4 for eagle. And it wasn't one of the skins holes. So we're like, that's sick, but it doesn't really mean anything. Because the best score of the day was like -18. We shot 18 under as a 4-man scramble. We shot like 10 under, which is like pretty solid. We were hyped. Like I'm a mediocre golfer, my buddy's a mediocre golfer, and then we had like a 12 handicap. But we shot 10 under. We're like, it's just a fun day, but like it doesn't really mean anything. It was cool. We had lunch, everything went home. And we got an email saying your guys' payout is now all in the thing. And we went back and we looked at the account. Everyone else tied all the skins holes, so the money just went to the best score of any hole in the entire match. Okay. And we had the only eagle, so we won $2,500.
Holy shit, that is
so sick,
dude. That's awesome,
dude. Like the scramble tournaments get fun, even if you play terribly. You're just out golfing.
What, $650?
I think we each got it was 4 of us, so whatever, we split that between 4 people. But yeah, it was insane.
That is awesome.
It was so fun. Yeah. It was so fun.
Yeah, I want to get to that level if I can, you know.
Dude, even right now, you guys could just enter a scramble tournament. You said you have some good golfers. Like even if you're not the best golfer, the thing about scrambling is like one, you're gonna have a few really good shots during the game, during the round, and you can putt. So it's like your putt. I hit 2 20-footers during the thing for birdies, which is like that was basically my only contribution to the whole thing. But it was still hype because I actually did something during the round.
That is sick. That's very sick.
I think before we wrap it up, just like what are some goals you have individually and I guess team goals for this coming season? Back to the basketball.
Yeah, that's a good question. So as a team, I definitely want to improve on what y'all have built the last couple of years. I know Coach Pish last year, changed a lot of things, came into the program kind of late, but y'all had a really, really good end of the season. So I kind of want to keep that momentum flowing throughout this one. And yeah, I mean, if we could go over 500 this year, that would be, I think, a huge step in the right direction.
Oh yeah.
And then this year for me, I just want to be a guy that, say you're on the floor with me, that you can look over and be like, okay, I can depend on this guy. I want to be a guy that, every teammate, whenever I'm in the game, can count on me to do my job and be, confident in my abilities. So I think it's a really, really big part of, especially a team sport, that, the guy you're with, the guy on the battlefield with you, is a guy that you have confidence in.
For sure.
And then try to grow as a leader. I think that's a big part of having a successful team is you have a lot of, leaders on the team. So try to do that. Like I said, I was influenced by a lot of my high school teammates. One of them. I know I keep shouting these guys out, but
That'd be a world record for the
yeah.
most shout outs on Shipped Across the Border ever by far.
Yeah, I'm shouting out a lot of
good,
people. One of my buddies, Michael Britch, he was a huge influence on me. He was never the most loud guy in the room, but he led by example to like the fullest effect. And so, yeah, I just want to be a guy that y'all can count on and be a winning player, a guy that makes winning plays, will sacrifice his own individual stats to, contribute to win. So I think that's what I want to do.
Yeah, that's awesome. Awesome couple goals. And then we usually wrap it up with asking the question of, like, what's one piece of advice you'd give to your younger self?
Oh, that's a really good question.
I'll give him some time to think because I was going to say every single person that he shouted out better watch this podcast. All 50 of them better see this right now.
One piece of advice I'd give to my younger self would be keep pushing. I've been through a lot of stuff, especially in the sports realm, and things have not gone my way or gone the way I've expected them to go. And I think my younger self really had trouble going through those things, just like any human being. Whenever something bad happens to you, you're not going to be all, jolly about it. But I'd say keep pushing, keep doing the things to make you improve as a human. Outside of basketball, outside of, school, just always try to improve on what you did yesterday. I think it's a big thing. Never get complacent about what you've done in the past. Always look to, do more, achieve more, be more, and push through the tough times. Especially in basketball, I've gone through a lot of losses. Like I've lost a lot of big games in basketball, and they've not gone the way I've expected. But use that as motivation to fuel you to be, where you're going to. If I had won a state championship in basketball, let's say like my sophomore year when our team was super good, I don't know if I'd be playing college basketball because I'd be content. I'd say I've done everything I want to do in basketball. I'm fine with that. But I think the hardships and the stuff I've gone through is the reason why I'm here, where I'm at Elms. So yeah, I'd say keep pushing and then improve on who you were yesterday.
Sure, that's awesome. I think you can wrap it on that. Make sure to comment down below. You got any questions for Jack? We'll probably post some reels. So you got any questions? So we'll have him on answer some questions. Like, comment, subscribe. Follow us on Instagram at SAT_pod. Subscribe on YouTube. Shipped Across the Border. TikTok. Shipped Across the Border. We haven't fixed that. We haven't touched that yet. It's a slow rolling process. We're gonna figure it out. Thank you guys for listening.
And if you guys know any way to get us in contact with Masai Ujiri, please let us know.
That would be dope too. Thank you guys.
Yeah. Thank y'all.